best interests of their constituents. The delegate notion is that they're there to mirror directly the preferences of their constituents. Both these ideas are there in order to become conducive of legitimacy in the system and yield accountability for disenfranchisement felt by civil society all around the world, and lack of financial accountability can be taken to be one of the root causes. So with these introductory remarks, I'd now like to open up the discussion and begin with my colleague from Turkey and the Council of Europe.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the Council of Europe and the Parliamentary Assembly, which I represent here today, have addressed the issue of accountability in the management of public funds in several of our reports over the last couple of years. Accountability and transparency are the pillars of good governance, and the parliaments play a key role in ensuring that these principles are implemented. Nowadays, parliamentary scrutiny over public finances is even more pertinent against the background of widespread social political turbulences and the loss of confidence by the public in institutions and politicians. Let me therefore start by outlining concrete problems we have to face. Management of public funds in some European states. I do not need to name them. We all know the examples. Ladies and gentlemen, in fact, despite the difficulties we are facing overall, the picture is not all bleak. Examples of sound management of public funds abound, including in Europe. The Netherlands and Germany are the most obvious examples, and we should stress these countries' commitment to balanced budgets, which is anchored in their constitution. Parliamentary committees can play a very positive role in scrutinizing government expenditure within their sectoral areas of responsibility. Here again, our research points at the German and Dutch practices, which can be a source of inspiration for other parliaments too. Furthermore, external independent audits of national accounts play a highly valuable role in securing financial accountability, especially if their findings and recommendations are duly challenged to Parliament. I therefore plead for strengthening links between the Parliament and independent auditors so that the two could work hand in hand. This can be done by adoption of legislation on conflicts of interest, fight against corruption, as well as by putting in place various codes of conduct. I should stress in this context the need to regulate the lobbying activities properly so that vested interest groups, notably from the private sector, wouldn't disturb legislative and budgetary processes, especially as regards the benchmarking of national strategic priorities and the earmarking of public funds for their implementation. In this respect, the Assembly report on lobbying in a democratic society, or as known, the European Code of Conduct on Lobbying, offers a wealth of useful recommendations and guidelines. Ladies and gentlemen, let me finally stress that while in-country action is essential to address specific situations, international cooperation is crucial to prevent the spreading of bad financial management practices. In this respect, the work of international organizations is very important. They provide national legislators with concrete examples of good practices as well as models to follow. Therefore, I look forward to a very interesting and fruitful discussion with you, and thank you very much for your attention.
Let me thank the Honourable Delegate for his very substantive and interesting remarks, and also
Buenos días a todos los colegas. Un saludo muy fraternal en este encuentro que nosotros destacamos como muy importante para tener una buena gobernanza y una segura gobernabilidad de nuestros países. Solo así podremos tener la garantía de que los procesos de discusión presupuestaria. Los países desarrollados fueron realizando las reformas necesarias para dar respuesta a la crisis fiscal de la época. Estas reformas, que eran comúnmente conocidas con la idea de nueva gestión pública, justamente para modificar el modelo burocrático que conllevó a esa ideología que se comenzaba a desarrollar. Es así que en América Latina, en esas fechas, comienzan a desarrollarse los procesos de reforma del Estado frente al nuevo modelo económico que la crisis había generado también parte de la deuda externa que llevó a toda la región y que era necesario que se realizaran ajustes fiscales, reducción de las competencias del Estado, fundamentalmente en esa reducción que tenemos en cuestión. Por eso es bueno destacar que en las sustituciones y cambios económicos vive la burocracia estatal con la designación clientelística, empleos fragmentados, cargos públicos que aún siguen siendo, en su mayoría, están realizando transformaciones importantes en su propia estructura y funciones del Estado, ya que las demandas de la ciudadanía son cada vez mayores, ya nuestros gobernantes, ya sea por la adquisición y la expansión de nuevos derechos que tienen nuestros ciudadanos. De cuentas de esto nos va a permitir corregir aquellas cosas que aún el Estado no puede realizar por sus propias carencias o porque sus competencias no mejora sustancialmente el relacionamiento entre los poderes del Estado y con su propia, con capacidades intermedias. Su mayor fortaleza de nuestro país es la gestión financiera y la auditoría. Queremos destacar que Uruguay es el único país.
And for us, it is really the representatives of each member state that are the conduit for the public involvement. I'm going to speak primarily about the regular budget process, which is dealt with in biennium pattern.
Conduct for governments and other stakeholders with respect to transparency and public engagement in the budget process. There are several benefits to having a budget transparency norm. First, norms provide a crucial form of leverage for encouraging governments to change practices in line with the norm.